Hello friends, let's have a look at problem 3462, maximum sum with at most key elements. This is a recently appeared problem. So in this video, we are going to explain several functions. So one is the list extend function. So the other is a zip function, zip several iterables, right? And that's basically about it. We need to use some thought because we want to find the maximum sum here. So let me quickly read through the problem statement. So basically, we are given a 2D matrix called grid. And from each row, we can select some element, but it's limited by the elements in the corresponding limits. So in total, we want to choose key numbers, and we want those key numbers maximize the overall sum. So that's the problem requirement. So here, if you look at example 1, so we want to choose at most choose two elements. So in each row, we can choose 1 and 2. So this 1 and 2 are not exact number, but the upper bound, right? So in this problem, because 3 and 4 are larger, so we can choose these two numbers, so we get 7. While in example 2, so we can choose 3 numbers. So each row, we have a bound 2. So we can choose 6 and 8 from row 2 and 7 from row 1. So overall, 6 plus 7 plus 8 equals 3 times 7, that is 21. So that's example 2. So this problem, actually, the size is not very large because m and n are bounded above by 500. So these two items are some consistency assumptions. So with that said, we are ready to look at the coding. Actually, the coding is rather straightforward, right? So we don't care specifically exactly or the numbers coming from which row. We just need to get all the using the limits, right, to get the maximum key numbers, not key, the limit numbers from each row, and then we do a sort, then choose that largest key. So that's the idea. So let me write here. Choose limit I element, largest elements from each row I, and then combine all of them and choose key largest. So that's the overall idea. It's actually very simple to carry out this program. Let me first get candidates. This is the number we're going to sort and get the key largest. So we're going to so for row and limit in, so here I'm using zip. So zip grid and limits. So this basically for each row, you can think of this, and this is the corresponding limit, and this is the row, and this is the corresponding limit. And then what we are going to do, we can sort in place, row sort, but from large to small, let's see, reverse equals true. So this way, if you use reverse from true, you can choose candidates. So here I'm using extend. So this row, so like this. But if you do not use reverse equals true, you sort from small to large, you can choose the last key limit numbers, right? So once we have this, basically we get the candidates. So we can candidates sort. So again, here you can use reverse equals true, right? So this way you just need to return some candidates up to key numbers. So in other words, we don't need this way of coding. So we don't need to pay special details on which number comes from which row. We just get the pool and then we choose the key largest. So that's the overall idea. Let me quickly run it. Yeah, it passes the two test cases. So now let's look at the generic case. Yeah, it passes the generic cases. So here, actually, it might be interesting. So if you want to analyze the term complexity, so let me maybe do some of this in complexity, because the problem is just easy to analyze. So we can assume we have here we have n rows, right? M columns. So here for this for loop, so in each row we're going to do a sort, right? So sort is each row has m element. The sort is O m logarithm m, right? So you have n rows, so you have like this, right? So here also you have a sort. So this sort will be O k logarithm k, not k logarithm k, but let's say the sum of limits. So let's assume k equals sum of the limits. So you're going to have O k logarithm k, right? So that's the part. Then you just do slicing. So that's the major part for this. But if you look at the m and n bound, so this is not very large. So that's why it can pass the code very fast, right? So this is the one thing. Another thing is that, as I mentioned at the very beginning, so we are practicing this extend method. Basically, you have a list. The extend should also be a list, right? So list of items. And the zip, you can zip iterables. So sort here, you can sort from small to large. You can sort from large to small. You can use some keywords argument like reverse equals true or false. And also you can use some lambda function. Assign the key is the lambda function, right? So yeah, you can practice this. This actually can be very very useful in your coding or in your work. So with that said, I guess that's it for the current video. Thank you for watching.